friends, welcome. This is the Creativity Cure, and you are on part 2 of my top 5 stresses during the holidays and what we can do to cope with them. So, what we've done in part 1 is we've made a list of top 5 stresses during the holidays. And what I'm going to do is I want to show you guys what I do to manage these stresses that maybe a lot of you guys also have in common with me, and hopefully this will help. And I've spent a lot of time after writing my top 5, talking with people and reading, and I think I've come up with some pretty good ways, at least for myself, on how I can manage it, how I can manage these 5 things. And these are in no particular order, but they are kind of like my top 5. So the first one is the whole decorating aspect. And I think it's really, really important that you just acknowledge everything. Acknowledge that you are only human. You can only do so much. And B, you can only do so much when you are dealing with whatever chronic challenge you are facing at the moment. And that could be numerous things. If you guys are on here and you're not familiar with the whole concept of the channel, this is basically a place where we kind of journal and help each other with people that are going through chronic illnesses. I like to call them challenges. Things that just last for a long time, things that cause you a lot of pain and fatigue, and things like autoimmune disorders, Lyme disease, fibromyalgia, I think it's called Post Acute Covid Syndrome, which seems to have, okay, I don't want to get too much into. I've been doing a lot of reading online about people that are going through this post-acute COVID syndrome, or long haulers, as it's like a common term. And a lot of the symptoms that people are experiencing afterwards are very, very similar to symptoms that people with fibromyalgia, or people that have chronic fatigue, or people that have certain autoimmune disorders that there is no known cause. And right now everything's kind of speculation as to what kind of causes these conditions that have previously existed. Like I just mentioned, fibromyalgia. The doctors don't really know what causes it. Or a lot of autoimmune disorders, they don't know what the real origin of it is. And a lot of the treatments they've been kind of trial and error, and a lot of the treatments work, a lot of them don't work. But I've noticed that there are so many things that these people are going through, that the people that I'm talking about, the post-COVID long haulers, that say someone like myself with fibromyalgia is going through, or feeling, or experiencing. There's a lot of similarities, so I'll be talking about that a lot in the future. For now, let's go on to number 3, buying the perfect gift for everyone. Okay, so there are so many things that are wrong with this statement. Not with this feeling. A feeling, you can't be wrong with a feeling. But first of all, you have to acknowledge that there's, obviously we know that there is no such thing as being perfect, and that, perfectionism is, just a fancy word for insecurity. And um, perfectionism is like a disguise for insecurities. So when you're looking to buy the perfect gift for someone, it might help to realize that maybe you're looking for the perfect gift is because you are having a little bit of struggles with, maybe you don't want the person, at least this is for me at least, you want you want people to like you, and you don't want to be judged, so you want to buy the perfect gift to kind of, um I don't want to say cover it up, but to kind of, if you get someone the perfect gift, then it feeds into your uh, insecurity, right? People that are extremely, extremely secure with themselves, I don't think they spend a whole lot of time thinking about buying the perfect gift. They buy a gift because they think it's, that's what they want to get. So that, for me at least, that's something that I really have to kind of remember. And a lot of times, a solution I found is also just asking the person, um, if it's an adult or a child. You can ask the parents, what would be, what is so, what is little Johnny into nowadays, or what are some of the things, give me what are a list of 5 things that Susie likes. And a lot of the times, I think I've at least experienced that the parents will give you a list of things, or maybe 3 things, and some of them are budget friendly, and some of them are on the more expensive side. And I think I found that people do that without even having to mention it. I guess they just kind of know. They don't want to give you okay, little Susie wants the new PlayStation 5, and it's like $10,000, and you have to buy it illegally from Vito down in China, who has it in the trunk of his car. They know that. So naturally, I think people are going to give you, if you say, what is this person, or what would they like for Christmas? They'll give you an inexpensive option, and then a more expensive option, without even having to say that. So I think just ask. And that also brings me to number 4, which is money. Not having enough money, which is, I've analyzed this, and I've looked back at certain times, certain holidays throughout my life, and some of them weren't as easy as others in terms of, financially. It's been ups and downs, and I guess, everybody has that. And the bottom line is, you always get through, you always survive. And at least for me, I always make more of a deal than it really is. And I think it kind of just, things just work out in the end. And at the time, it seems like it never will. It seems like I just don't have enough money right now to get this, and it's a disaster. It's just a huge disaster. I can't afford to buy what I need to get. What am I going to do? And then I've looked back at times when I've thought like that, and I thought it was the end of the world, and it just wasn't. Things just go on, and it's not the end of the world, and you have to remember that. And also, my last one, planning and traveling. I think that you have to also go back to realizing that you're only human. You are going through whatever condition that you are going through at the time, or I should say, if it's a chronic condition, it's all the time, but at the time, meaning like a flare up, or which happens during the holidays because they can be stressful, and then stress can cause these conditions to get worse. So you do have to acknowledge that with the planning and the traveling, and people generally understand. They really, really do. And I think there's a quote out there that's saying something to the extent of, if you realized how little time people spend thinking about you, you wouldn't. You know what the quote is? I can't think of the quote right now, but you know what I'm trying to say. You're thinking about you traveling and you going places more than there worrying about it. So if you can't get someplace, if you can't go over a friend's house, don't put so much pressure on yourself. And I found that for me, at least, people, they understand. And if they don't, well, I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it if they don't. And I had so much fun actually decorating this tree. I had more fun decorating this tree, this little stamped tree, than I did my own tree. I found every piece of glitter and like pearlized thing and little kind of trinkety ornament you could find, and it was a lot of fun. So I'll put a link to this stamp, and yeah, you can see like all. I love me some glitter and some shiny things. Not only on Christmas, but I think Christmas you can kind of really go crazy. You know, in the fall, sometimes the fall is not necessarily the time for glittered sunflowers, or maybe it is. Who knows? Do whatever you want to do. I think Christmas is just the best time for fun, shiny, glittery, fun things. So anyway, that is all. Please comment, put a thumbs up, and subscribe. I will love you guys forever if you subscribe, and come back for some more creative journaling, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Okay, so wait a second. Hold everything. Okay, as I was cleaning up, I realized this is the perfect time to answer a question that I have gotten over and over again. And it has to do with I would say, nightmare of the crafting world, glitter. And people ask me, how can you glitter and not be like covered in it? And this is not an advertisement for Dyson or anything like that, but I'm telling you, this is what I do, and it really works. So I wanted to show you guys. This is the Dyson vacuum that I have, and it's the regular vacuum. But what happens is the top part comes off, so you can put this little attachment, and it will suck up all of the extra glitter that is everywhere. And it is like a miracle, especially when you are maybe getting ready to go someplace, and in the past you just happen to be completely covered in head to toe. Like, people are like, why, staring at you, like, especially like if you're a guy where I live and you have glitter on your face and people look at you kind of strange, which I don't really care, but no one understands why there's sparkling glitter all over in my hair, my face, on my clothes. It looks like I just went out like raving and clubbing, whatever you want to call it. This is my secret. It is the Dyson. And like I said, I'm not being sponsored by Dyson or anything. I'll put an affiliate link below if you want to buy it. I just personally love it. That's it.